Hi girls, today Sister O'Neill and I are going to be showing you how to make these palm leaf keychains. You can add a little pom-pom on it and we have a little tag that says go and do 2020, or you can just leave it plain and it'll end up looking like this. They're really fun to add onto your backpack or your lunchbox, and I hope you guys have fun making them. Okay, so in your bag you have this string, which is going to be the string for your leaf. And then you have some colored yarn. Yours may be a different color, but that's for your pom-pom. We'll set that aside for right now. You have this string, which is your center string of your leaf. And then this string is made so that you can use it to measure off of in case you don't have a ruler. But we want these to be about 5 inches long. Then you have a bead, and you have your keychain, and you have this little go and do. So we'll set that aside for now too. We don't need that at the beginning. So the first thing you're going to do is cut all of your strings to be the length of this 5-inch piece right here. Okay, I've got mine all cut. I did 22 5-inch pieces. I'm going to set that aside for right now. And then I'm going to take your skinny center string and we're going to attach it to the key ring. So to do that, I just divide it, or I fold it in half, and then put the key ring over the loop that you've created there. And then I'm going to just take the ends and put it through the loop and just give that a tie, pull it tight like that. And next we're going to put on the bead. The bead is optional. If you want to put it on, great. If you want to leave it off, that's fine too. But if you want to put it on, what I found is easiest is to kind of twist the ends and then get one through and then work on the next one. Kind of twist it, twist, and then I'm going to just try push it through. If I can't get it, if you have a safety pin or a straight pin, something that you can kind of just shove it through with, that helps. So, oops. Okay, so now we've got that on there, and we're just going to tie a knot, just a one regular knot, and then just push it up so it's close by. This is just to hold your bead in place while we do the next part. So next you're going to take your string and just line it flat like this, and you're going to take 2 of your 5-inch pieces that you have. So here's one and here's the other. So I'm going to put this one under the string, and then I'm going to just take, let's see here, let's get a little closer. So this one's under the center string, and then I'm going to go through this little hole we made here, and then pull the ends. So you have ends on both sides. You want to try and get them even before you pull this tight. So pull your center string, and then you can just get it where you want it before you give it a good tug. So I take opposite sides and pull them tight just so you get it nice and tight. And then you're going to do just the same thing again. So you're going to put it under your center string. Let's do that motion again so you see. If it looks a little bit confusing, just watch a few times and then give it a try yourself. Okay, so we have this open hole, or this little loop here that we created. Now we're going to go, the second piece goes over the string, the center string. And take your 2 end pieces. So we have, do you see how it's like kind of a figure 8 that we've created? And you're going to pull, then push it up close to the next one, and then pull tight. You want these to be pretty tight so it doesn't come undone. So you're just going to give them a nice tug. Make sure they're close by, and you're just going to do that same thing again. I did it 11 times for mine. So place your little loop underneath, Put it through there. Oops. See, like one of my strings came through. It's all right. I just push it back. All 4 strings go tight. And do that close to the next one. And we're just going to repeat that all the way down. Okay, so once you have your 11 knots done, you're going to go ahead and just flatten it out a little bit, and then you're going to tie this bottom string to your center string and this bottom string to that center string to secure it. So you're going to do a square knot. We're going to go right over left, pull through, and then left over right. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to go right over left, and left over right. And the next thing you're going to do is to unravel each of these strings. So you can see it's for each one I made up a couple of strings. So you're going to just take and unravel each one of these strings.
Once you got it all unraveled, the next thing you're going to do is kind of just get it laid out kind of in line there. And then you're just going to take a hairbrush or a comb, and you're just going to kind of comb through it, and that will help it to get all the way separated. You can see here I'm using kind of an old junky one, but you're just going to make it nice and fluffy, and so it doesn't look like a braided rope anymore. So just comb it out. You see the difference that makes one side versus the other? And just keep giving it a nice comb. Okay, so as soon as that's finished, you want it to be nice and fluffy. Okay, so now that's finished, you want it to be nice and fluffy, and now you're just going to kind of comb it downwards so we can try and break up this, get them kind of joined in the center. So just start combing it kind of downwards. Hold it up here at the top of the key ring. Okay, the last step for your leaf is you're going to give it a trim so that it has a leaf shape to it. So I start by cutting here at the bottom, cutting off my tail, and then just making it kind of flat on each side. So it comes down to a point. And then to see how I've got some unevenness over here, I'm going to just kind of trim that up. And then I kind of round out the top to give it more of a leaf shape. So I'll just kind of pull away the scraps there and see, okay, what did I miss? This looks a little uneven over here, so I'm going to just give it a little trim. And I got a little corner right there, so I'll just give that a trim. I'll comb it out to make sure it's looking good. And then I'm right-handed, so I'm going to flip it over. I find it easier to do with my right hand than try and cut with my left hand. So I'm just going to comb this down, and you just want to try and match it with the other side. So just kind of cut to a point down there. And just do a little bit at a time. You know, and you can always cut off more, but you can't make it grow back. So just cut a little bit. You're just giving it a tiny little haircut. And then if you want to do more, you can do more. Okay, so that part is all finished. The next thing you're going to do is make your pom-poms, and then we can attach them.
Hey girls, I'm going to be showing you how to make the pom-pom part of our keychain. So you'll have this little palm leaf part, and then the pom-poms, and then this little tag. So first thing you're going to do is cut a string about 1 foot long. That's what you're going to need for later. And then you're going to wrap your string around your fingers 40 times. So take your 3 fingers, and you're going to wrap it like this 40 times. Okay, and then when you're all done, after you've done 40, you're going to slide it off your fingers, and you'll have like this, just a little ball of yarn. And then you're going to take your string that you had cut before, and you're going to tie a little knot around it, like this. And then you're going to trim it, and then you're going to just tie it a couple times so it's really tight. So tie it one more time. So then it's kind of like this. It looks like a little bow, kind of. And then you're going to go around and you're going to trim the inside of the loops. So you want to find a sharp pair of scissors. Be very careful. And you're just going to trim and make the little fringe part of the pom-pom. So it's like this. And then you're going to do the other side till all of your loops are trimmed. And then it's gonna look a little crazy, but then you could go through and trim it to make it all the same. You want like a circle shape. And make sure not to cut your tails, because this is what you're going to use to tie it onto our keychain. If you do cut them, it's okay, you could just tie it back on. Okay, you're gonna fluff it up a little bit, and then there you have your little keychain. So you're gonna do that with both of your balls of yarn. Okay, the next part you're gonna do is with your little tails, you're gonna tie a knot. So I just do it where you tie it around your finger like this, and then pull the loops through. So then you have a little knot like this. Okay, then you're gonna take your keychain, and you guys will only have 2, but I'm just showing you. So you're gonna put it through the loop like this, and then pull your pom-pom through like this. And then you have that. And then you can trim off this part if you want.
Okay, now that you have your pom-pom attached, you're going to attach your ribbon. So it's going to be just a similar motion. You're going to make a loop like this, and then you're just going to pull your ties right through the loop. Make sure you grab both of them. Just twist and turn until you get them similar length, and there you go, you're all finished.